Hello everyone, TG here, back with another video. The kit for Balin has been released, and on the surface it is looking extremely good. I'm very surprised. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. Now, very quickly before we jump into Lord Balin's kit, I will come out with from my video yesterday, where I talked about the October month. I'm very happy that Balin isn't a legendary, but he's just a normal marquee. However, I am a little bit sad about what they are doing. However, upon seeing his kit and yeah, in hindsight, I will try to find the positive aspects in this video with Balin. So let's jump into it. Balin has the support tag, Balin's Expedition, and Dwarf. There's a new tag, I did not expect that when I read it. And he works best with the two elves. No surprise there. I imagine one is a tank and another is a damage dealer. I hope there is some AoE there. And the reason why I hope that is from a marketing perspective, and that is because that will make them really good for raids. Now what we have here, weapon two-handed, like this doesn't really matter that much. It matters a little bit for the trolls with the large and everything, but other than that, yeah, we skip over the text and let's go into his abilities. First, his basic strength of Durin. Uh, Again, he looks really great in-game, and it's a nice hit. Ability description at unlock 90%, 50% to cleanse a Bane. Ability at max 190 and cleanse one Bane from one random squad member. Really nice, and this is really good because it's a basic. Special ability 1, Dwarven Sundering. 3 stamina, and it starts when you begin on your first turn. Ability at unlock. Attack target for 50% damage and additional 10 per boon on self up to a max of 5 boons for 50%. Now that honestly is just good right there. That's a very good unlock. And when it is at max upgrade, I feel this just gets out of control. Attack the target enemy for 330% damage and an additional 30% per boon on self up to a max of 5 boons for 150%. 50% chance per elf ally to gain 1 stack of Nimble. So basically, he could gain 2 stacks of Nimble when he does this. That's pretty strong. And as a marquee and a what if character, I expect he will have good stats, so Nimble on top of that will be very annoying. Then we go to his special 2, Marzabul's Reckoning. Basically, I would call this a Book of Grudges. Note, ability stamina cost and at battle start reduced to 3 at rank 4, so again we have another free turn cooldown and it is available right off the bat. This is insane. Ability description: unlock cleanse 1 Bane from all squad members, 50% chance to grant 1 stack of regen for 1 turn to all squad members. Squad members, not dwarf, not ally, all squad members. That's good. And you cleanse from everyone. Ability description: at max, cleanse 2 Banes from all dwarf and elf squad members and 1 Banes from all other allies. So he is really, really good for a dwarf and an elf squad. Like this, honestly, I feel is insane, and I'm reading someone who is geared actually for the Mines of Moria raid. Like he has cleanse, he has high damage, he can gain nimble. We are looking at some chapter 2 and 3 there. You can again cleanse here. And then we have his passive, Faith and Loyalty. Ability description: unlock if Rumel and Orphan are allies the first time this character receives a fatal blow. Heals self for 10% of this character max health. Attack all enemies 2 times for 45%. Grant turn meter to those. Pretty nice, honestly. Ability at max. When this character is inflicted with a Bane, get 5% turn meter. That's a lot because there's a lot of Banes in the Mines of Moria raid across the chapters. If Rumel and Orphan are allies, heal self for 25%. Attack all enemies for two times for 90% again. So this is like AoE, but it's not really something you can count on. And the turn meter. Leader ability: Lord of Moria. And when I said leader earlier, I meant legendary, if I misspoke. When a dwarf squad member is inflicted with a bane, they have 50% chance to gain Eagle Eye. That means attack cannot be dodged or blocked. When an elf squad member is inflicted, they have chance to gain protection. So it's kind of like he gives the elves basically what their good stat is for the dwarves, and vice versa, because protection increases armor. So, and when a Balin's expedition squad member is inflicted with a bane, they have 50% chance to gain both effects. Jesus Christ. And at max upgraded, again, this kit is honestly on par with an Elrond, I feel, and he's not even a legendary. When a dwarf squad member is inflicted with a bane, they just gain the eagle eye, and the same with the elf, they just gain it, it's not a percent chance. When a Balin expedition squad member is inflicted with a bane, they gain both effects. Dwarf and elf squad members gain 20% armor. That's a lot. Like this leader ability, if you are going to whale on this team, or at least unlock them at 5-star, I would honestly say, well, obviously you're not free to play, but I would use this team instead of a Rohan. And that's without knowing Rumil and Orphan kits, but you could like add Legolas in there, you could add Neramiri, you could add Fili and Keely, you can do so many different things. It's insane, honestly, what this squad might be able to do for all 4 chapters. Inspiration: Balin, a descendant of the line of Durin, was driven from his home at a young age by Smaug the dragon. Throughout his life, he has accompanied dwarves who wanted to reclaim their rightful homes and lands. However, it wasn't until after he fought in the Battle of the Five Armies that he led an expedition to reclaim the ancient kingdom of Moria. While he successfully ruled as Lord of Moria for a brief time, he was slain at the hand of orcs. Here we explore a shattered timeline where Balin's troop instead crosses through Lorien, the elven realm of Celeborn and Galadriel, on their expedition to reclaim Moria, where an unlikely alliance between dwarves and the elves of Mirkwood develops. More, like, do we get Thranduil? Because basically, if you get these two, you have Legolas, Neramiri, and Leliel. That's 5. You could basically have Thranduil, but I think they will push him down the line. If they do that, I have to spend. I love Thranduil. He is so cool in the movies, especially if they do him in the silver armor. But I think there will be others before. Again, Shadow CG, please. Strategy tips. This is interesting. Lord Balin kits aim to bring together the power of elves and dwarves with their experience gained from his shattered timeline. You don't say so. Experiment with different combination of squad members from these 2 factions to find the best squad for your roster. It's just basically plug and play if you have them leveled. This is really a whale squad. When the brothers join, he will survive 1 fatal blow. If the brothers are alive, that's actually pretty important. They have to be alive. And then this. Use this to your advantage in Chapter 4 of the Mines of Moria raid. Unbreakable. Haradrim. Able to heal. I hear something here that is really important. Elrond as well. Being able to keep members alive is vital for Chapter 4. So this is their first little tease, and I love that they actually give us this. So Chapter 4 will be something about being able to stay alive, or something triggering to score points. Grand Eagle Eye, we do know that. Keep this in mind when fighting enemies with nimble or defensive. It can also be very effective against enemies that apply blind. Don't really have anyone at the moment. Like, we do have the Firestarter, I believe, that grants the buff, that also that grants the boons to his own team, and then blinds one of the enemies. So there's something there. October 2nd and ends October 9th. So that is Monday is 2 weeks out, and I kind of guessed at this, so I was right that they are going with Mondays. And again, here we have the shared timeline, blah blah. Players need to be at least level 30 to participate in this event and unlock Lord Balin 3 stars. Again, 3 stars is okay, but the most you can get with a 3-star squad is difficulty 2, I would say. The finds here require 5-star Lord Balin, and some of the best rewards, and basically the rewards are as they always are. 50k gold, 15,000 XP, epic ability materials, 500k gold, 250k, and it's mostly this we want. Like, you gain a lot of gold at the moment during raids and elsewhere. Like, there's a different mentality with gold, but honestly, XP is what holding squads back. So yeah, that was basically it here. I will say in a positive light, with a positive mentality, he's gonna be amazing. However, this is gonna be not a free to play friendly squad, so I have some concerns about that. And again, it is a free marquee month, so we'll see. And again, a new tag here, like we will get two to go along, but then we have an unfinished squad. And I think this will mean that we are gonna see some more individual marquees, like they fill out some squads. Thorn's Company, Balin's Expedition, and so on. Fellowship as well. Like, we still need Fellowship members, and at the moment, I'm more hooked on Fellowship, also from lore-wise, those who are fans of the game. Balin doesn't really have anything for me. Like I said yesterday, he would have to be really, really good for me to even consider spending on him. And unfortunately, they've done that. But at the moment, I would honestly say, going with my gut feeling, I would rather go with Elves for a Legolas team, because he should become farmable soon at some point, like we have Arwen Elladan. So, going with the timeline, we should soon have a Gimli and a Legolas release. And I think these might go really well with a Legolas lead and Neramiri, and then you could do something else basically. And I would think that would be a good squad for raids if you are spending. If you're not spending, I would say just probably stick with getting your teams to 7 stars. Anyways, really cool one here. I like his abilities. They are a little bit strong. I had like, this is what I considered for a legendary, but it should be very interesting when we get the twins, the brothers. I'm not sure if they are twins, but they're just brothers, and should be very interesting to see going forward. And if you like this video, drop a comment and leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next one.